There's been a lot of talk recently about some shocking tapes involving Diddy, and it seems like things are getting messier by the day. In fact, someone even contacted a lawyer to help sell one of these tapes, and the contents are said to be absolutely wild. Now, this isn't the first time Diddy's name has been linked to scandal, but what's spreading now is on another level. You've probably heard about a recent accuser making serious allegations against him, but what's even more surprising is that Beyoncé's name is starting to pop up in all of this. There's no proof linking her to any of the drama, but because her husband, Jay-Z, is close friends with Diddy, people online are speculating that she must know something. And, as we all know, when rumors start on social media, they spread fast. Things took a big turn when rumors began circulating about a tape that's allegedly being passed around in media circles. But this isn't just any tape, supposedly. It has footage of Diddy and Beyoncé, and media outlets are reportedly offering millions to get their hands on it. Word is, TMZ is one of the top bidders right now. If this footage is ever released, it could create a massive storm for everyone involved, and the list of names tied to it is huge. A few days ago, photos leaked from one of Diddy's infamous parties, and they're already causing a stir. In one image, Diddy is seen pouring champagne on two people who are getting way too comfortable for his entertainment. Another photo shows one of his friends in a pool getting close with two escorts, and let's just say it's not the kind of thing you'd show at a family gathering. The photos include some of Hollywood's biggest names, like Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Chris Brown, and Leonardo DiCaprio. There's even talk that politicians like Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and British royalty like Prince Harry might be involved in some way. As you can imagine, the internet went crazy over these pictures, but insiders say this is just the beginning. The real shockwave is coming from the rumored footage of Diddy and Beyoncé, which could be released any time now.
You've said that you've been contacted regarding the sale of one of the Diddy freak-off tapes, and that it features a very high-profile celebrity. What can you tell us about that?
So actually, I recently was contacted by one of my business partners who's also an attorney, who said to me, well, why are we not writing the demand letter to try to do the catch and kill? And I said, well, if you want to do it, then I'll connect you and you can essentially do it. He was also concerned about wanting to protect the other person who was in the film, mainly because I've known about this for about 3.5 weeks to about a month. I've been communicating with these people who purport to have that videotape. And it wasn't until Thursday night that they outright said, can you write on your letterhead a letter to the individual who's also in the tape and see if they're interested in a catch and kill? And is that something, we'll give you X amount of percentage of it. And at the time I was like, I don't think I want to be involved in this, but I hadn't had time to process. But the other attorney I'm speaking of, he's pretty much been in the know the entire time since I first got contacted by these individuals with the tape. And we're pursuing now a meeting with the three of us for us to broker, I guess, a situation where we'll have certain guarantees that once we make the representations to the person in the tape, that we have some level of assurances that this is a valid tape.
And just to be clear, two thoughts about this. One, is it a household name that we're talking about here? And secondly, are they engaged in any criminality from what you understand?
Household name, very much so. More of a household name than Mr. Combs.
Wow,
and
really?
Criminality, they are engaged in pornography. They're not doing anything illegal per se. I can't say that well, I'll say this. My concern was that I could not verify the age of the individual. And so that was my concern about not having anything sent to me and viewing it in the way that I did via stills, via FaceTime video. So I didn't want to have anything in my phone because my issue is we can't determine if this person is 17.
So how did all of this come to light? It all started when a lawyer named Ariel Mitchell made some shocking revelations in an interview. She's currently representing a new client who is suing Diddy for some serious accusations. According to her client, she met Diddy in 2018 at a friend's house. After having a few drinks, she says Diddy spiked her drink, making her feel sick, and eventually she passed out. What happened next is truly disturbing. She claims Diddy assaulted her with an object and then allegedly told another man in the room to assault her as well while Diddy watched. Even worse, the client says Diddy's assistant, Christina Kuram, was reportedly present during the whole ordeal. According to Ariel, the woman was able to escape when she regained consciousness and ran out of the house, screaming for help. A neighbor heard her cries, took her in, and called the police. But despite filing a report, nothing seemed to come of it. The police, it seems, were hesitant to pursue the case, which many believe was due to Diddy's influence and power, something we've seen before with powerful figures using their money and connections to make things go away. What makes this situation especially troubling is that Diddy wasn't just a random celebrity at the time. He was a major figure in the music industry. The woman, who is from Northern California, probably felt like she didn't stand a chance against someone with that much influence. She didn't go public with her story immediately, didn't hire a lawyer right away, and didn't push for a deeper investigation, hoping the police would take care of it. Sadly, it seems they didn't, which is all too common in cases where victims are up against powerful men. This brings up an even bigger issue: the way victims, especially women, are treated when they report crimes. Ariel pointed out how many victims hesitate to go to the police because they fear they won't be believed or protected. In many cases, male police officers don't take these kinds of accusations seriously. Instead of investigating, they often dismiss the claims, leaving victims feeling like there's no point in coming forward. It's a vicious cycle, and unfortunately, it's a long way from changing. The real shocker came when Ariel mentioned that someone had reached out to her asking for help to sell one of these infamous tapes involving Diddy. She was shown the video, and according to Ariel, it features a high-profile celebrity, someone even more famous than Diddy himself. What's even more concerning is that this person had no idea they were being recorded. The situation is incredibly troubling, to say the least.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know,
right.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyoncé, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super.
Ariel didn't specifically reveal who the celebrity in the tape is, but based on the rumors floating around, many people are speculating that it's Beyoncé. This isn't the first time people have connected her to Diddy, especially after a viral video surfaced with rapper Diddy spilling some tea. In the video, Diddy shared a story about a private meeting he had at Diddy's house. According to him, Beyoncé was there, and things got a little awkward. He explained that Beyoncé approached him in a way that made it seem like she might be interested in more than just a casual conversation. Diddy hinted that the meeting could have turned into one of Diddy's infamous freak-offs, especially since Diddy had cleared the room, leaving just a few people, including Jay-Z, Beyoncé and Diddy, behind. He also mentioned that Diddy seemed to take a particular liking to him and got a bit touchy, even putting his arm around him in a way that made Diddy uncomfortable. While he didn't go into much detail, the whole story raised eyebrows, especially considering the other stories that have emerged about Diddy's parties. Given all these rumors, it's no wonder that people are speculating that Beyoncé could be the one in the tape with Diddy. The idea that she could be involved in something like this is shocking, especially since she's always worked hard to maintain a carefully crafted public image. However, at this point it's all just speculation, as there's no solid evidence linking her to any of this. Still, the fact that these rumors have gained so much traction shows just how powerful and damaging gossip can be in today's age of social media. While the internet continues to buzz with these rumors, it's important to remember that these are just allegations until concrete evidence comes forward. If the tape does exist and gets released, it could cause a major stir, with serious consequences for those involved. As of now, Diddy is facing significant legal trouble, with his name being dragged through the mud in recent months. The latest lawsuit against him is just one of many that have come to light, and with each new detail, it's becoming harder for him to maintain the public persona of a successful mogul who can do no wrong. The accusations are serious, and they paint a very different picture of the man who's been a fixture in the entertainment world for years. As for Beyoncé, having her name linked to a scandal like this is a blow to her image. She's always been very private about her personal life, and her relationship with Jay-Z has been under public scrutiny for years. The idea that she could be involved in something as sordid as this tape is shocking to her fans, who have long viewed her as a role model. Whether these rumors are true or not, they're already causing damage, and it remains to be seen how Beyoncé and her team will respond to all of this.
The Grammy goes to Lizzo for About Damn Time.
She knows.
Beyoncé, whoo!
She knows.
You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives.
The artist of my life is Beyoncé in this album. We appreciate that, and all us artists here, we fucking adore you. You are our light, and I love you. I always have, and I always will.
Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time.
And there's more to the Beyoncé situation, by the way. With all the attention on her now, people have started digging deeper, and what they're finding is pretty unsettling. There's a clear hierarchy in Hollywood, and crossing certain people can have serious consequences. For example, remember when Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift's Grammy speech and she didn't thank Beyoncé? Turns out, Kanye might have been trying to protect her from the darker side of the industry. But back to the mess with Diddy and the rumored tape involving Beyoncé. This isn't just another tabloid story. This has the potential to shake up the entire industry. If that tape gets out, it could spell disaster for everyone involved, and the public's reaction is going to be huge. But for now, all we can do is wait. The rumors are spreading, the allegations are stacking up, and everyone is watching to see what happens next. Will the tape ever be released? Only time will tell.